Well, hello there, cactus friends. It's Jenny from Cookie's Cacti. Well, it's that time again for our monthly update on these cactus that I grew from seed. And I showed originally in my Lazy Way to Grow Cactus from Seed video. And this entire series of we've been tracking them from month to month to see how they're doing. Any of you who are new to this series, there's actually two sets of seedlings that I've been tracking. So these guys over here have just turned 7 months old. And then these guys over here have turned 9 months old. And since the last video, I've been moving things around, so everything's out of order. I've kind of kept cactus of the same age together, but let me just go ahead and give you a start. Also, there used to be like a set of Ariocarpus over here, and I have since moved them over here. So they've kind of they're all out of order. And then these Ariocarpus are part of the 7-month-old batch. Why don't I start over here? It's a little bit dark over here, so let me do the best that I can. Some of these pots have not been doing great, and let's just take a look. Thank goodness we've been doing these like recordings of how they've been doing over time, because I've long lost track of what everything is and how everything's doing. Let's go ahead and get started. So these are all Ariocarpus. They seem to be more light sensitive, so I've placed them somewhere where they're getting a little bit more indirect light from my grow lights. And these are all 7 months old now. Some of these pots have practically nothing in them, and some of them have something in them. So here we'll start with the Ariocarpus retusus, and I apologize about the lighting. I think there's one seedling left. You can see that one in there. Still hanging in there. Definitely not a good use of space to have one tiny seedling in a 3 1/4 inch pot, but I'm just going to leave it there. Still some empty space in there. This is a Ariocarpus fissuratus intermedius, and I think there's also one seedling in there. I actually thought this pot was empty. Kind of right in the middle of the screen if you can see it. Man, I'm really not good at growing Ariocarpus. This is Ariocarpus retusus, and then a surprise seedling that is definitely not an Ariocarpus. Still don't know what it is. Let's see. There seems to be only one seedling left. This pot was doing okay, and then there's maybe two actually. There's one up against the rim of or edge of the pot, which is really hard to see. And then there's this one that's more green. You can see I'm not good at growing Ariocarpus at all. I'm going to have to try maybe a different soil medium, maybe a different growing method, I don't know. This is Ariocarpus retusus, and I think it is completely empty. I don't see anybody in here, so I'm going to remove this pot. Back here we've got Ariocarpus retusus furfuraceus. This one is doing well. See, there's that one, over right there. Anybody else in there? Oh, there's one up here against the, right there. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 seedlings. And they've really died off more since the last video. This is Ariocarpus fissuratus. I think I can see three seedlings. There's 2 of them there. One there. And then I think that might be it. And then this one, Ariocarpus fissuratus intermedius again, but it's a different seed catalog number. I see maybe 3 of them. Sorry about the lighting again. There's one over here. All I can see. So, doing really bad on the Ariocarpus. 7 months old. I hope you all have much better luck than I do with Ariocarpus. Alright, let me move over to the next tray, which are also 7-month-olds. Alright, so over here I've got mostly Copiapoa plus some few Ariocarpus I have left. So let's just start over here in the front. This is Copiapoa desertorum, 7 months old. To be honest, I haven't really been paying much attention to these guys. I'll come over here periodically and just lift the pots and feel how light they are. And when they're really light, I water them. I'm like really not caring for them maybe as much as I should. This is Heseltoniana Copiapoa, doing really bad. I think this is rotting. And this little tiny one is entering into the next world. This seed pack did not do well for me at all. I mean, the germination rate was extremely low. The seedlings that did come up were extremely small, and I don't think that they're going to make it. And I do experience this. I don't know if it's because of the seeds or because they just happen to be harder to grow, or if it's me. Could be all of them, could be none of them. I don't know. It's a mystery. So here's a very bad pod of Ariocarpus nieblae. Still a little bit of green in there, but maybe over here somewhere. But I think, oh, over here. Oops, over here. There's a little something. Doing really bad. Got Copiapoa tigriensis. I think there's only 2 seedlings left. Really bad. I had 4 seedlings, and now there's only 2 left. This is another pot that's growing extremely slow, which makes me question if it's because of this species, the seeds. I have a feeling that the species is just extremely slow growing, but this is all I've got, so don't hold your breath. I'm not holding mine. Ariocarpus gremnispinus. There's this one guy left over here. Did you hear that? Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. All right, next we've got Ariocarpus beguinii, 1 seedling, but it's looking. I do so bad with Ariocarpus. Even if it makes it older than this, after a while it probably will die. Here's my Mammillaria Huitzilopochtli. Tiny, 7 months old and teeny tiny. But they're alive. Alright, now everything else is Copiapoa. So we've got my Copiapoa Lemkii var magnifica, doing very well. 7 months old. Oh, these need to be repotted. We've got Copiapoa pepiniana var federaliana, doing quite nicely. I did go and revisit, I think, one of my older videos on these seedlings, and it's really fun to see how much they've grown over time. This is Copiapoa coquimbana, KK1388. Doing nicely. Not a super high germination rate, but, you know, seedlings that are alive look like they're doing all right. Same here. This pot does not belong here, so I'll go over that next. It's actually an older pot. So, Copiapoa marginata. Same over here. Doing okay. You're not the most successful in terms of germination rate, but I'm okay with that. Copiapoa megariza var echinata. Oh, look at that pot. This is going to be a lot of work. Doing well. And then Copiapoa lemkii var magnifica again, which I have my work cut out for me. 7 months old. That's what I do to determine when to water, lifting the pot and feeling how light it is. They're kind of getting close. So those are all my 7-month-old seedlings that are left now. As you can see, for some reason I can grow Copiapoa, but pretty much nothing else. Alright, so now let's move over to my 9-month-olds, which are all Copiapoa. And I have started repotting the seedlings, and you can see them here. So basically I've been taking these pots of 9-month-old Copiapoa and breaking them up. I'm kind of grouping them by size, so like the larger seedlings, I put them into a group of 4 in a 2.5-inch pot, which you can see here. And then the smaller seedlings I put in groups of 9 in these 3¼ inch pots. Not a scientific, grouping by any manner, but that's just what I've been doing. So these were repotted a while ago, and then I've been steadily repotting more of these. It just take quite a while because I think every pot has at least, like these 3¼ inch pots, I think have at least 30-40 seedlings in them, and then something like that is just ridiculous. And I've been pretty much like looking for any open space and placing these. So these are all 9-month-old Copiapoa Lemkii var magnifica. And then that's what this pot over here is as well. So you can see what they look like at 9 months old. For the Lemkii tend to be a little slower growing compared to some of the other Copiapoa, because you can see this is 9 months old. These Coquimbana are 7 months old, and the Coquimbana is bigger than the Lemkii. Here's a pot of Copiapoa that are not Lemkii. This is Horrid Spina. Seem to be growing maybe roughly similar rate to these, but the shape's a little different. Seems like it's growing taller while these guys kind of stay short and squat, compact, which I really like. Let's see, so we've got these 3¼ inch pots of the Lemkii var magnifica. These are all in their original pots that they had been germinated from, and you can see how squished they are. I need to repot. I don't have space, but I'm trying. These are Lemkii, but they're the KK70s. Or KK70s. And then one more pot of the Lemkii var magnifica. So 9 months old. Now, is this a typical size for 9 months? Maybe. I can't tell if because I'm not repotting them fast enough to give them more space, if maybe they're being restricted on their growth because of being squished, but I'm not sure. I mean, 7 months. Haven't even made it through the 9 months, and the 7 months need help. Cookie. So I've been kind of trying to make more space with what I have so far. So I've been pulling these shelves apart from each other so that I could stick another 10-20 tray in the middle. And it has like instantly given me more empty trays to fill. Unfortunately this space, doesn't get as much light as the ones that are sitting directly under the lights, but it's better than nothing, and I kind of have no choice at this point. So this is all I can do for now. And you can see these are Copiapoa multicolor, Olivana, Pendulina, Coquimbana. It came from that giant tray that I had potted everything directly into the tray together, and they were like outgrowing the tray like crazy, because these are the highest germination rate seeds that I've had, and the seedlings tend to grow faster. So I mean, they're already starting to, some of these are already starting to challenge the size of these 2½ inch pots. But yeah, these guys are pretty crazy growers. I have a video where I go through all, I think, 36 varieties and seed catalog numbers of these Copiapoa that I grow. Check that out if you're interested in seeing, the rest of these guys. So, steadily repotting. Anyways, that's a quick update. Hope y'all are doing well. And if any of you are interested in growing cactus from seed, I highly recommend it. I have 2 seedlings that have graduated out of their 2½ inch nursery pots. And now they're sitting in these nice pots that I got from Daiso. Very proud. They've graduated out of diapers. Anyway, take care. I'll be back next month with more updates on those seedlings, and we'll see how they're doing at 8 and 10 months now next time. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.